Can you see the copperhead? Right around there? I can barely see it now, but believe you me, it's there. I almost stepped on the thing walking down my trail and went running back to grab the camera. It's still there. I found it, like it took advantage as soon as I left and started to go away. Perfect time to talk about copperhead bites. I'm John Pangia, Dr. John with Instadoc.health. Copperhead bites are really controversial in emergency medicine. The reason is that the anti-venom that people use, it's meant for rattlesnakes. How well it works on copperhead bites is really unclear. Definitely doesn't work as well as on rattlesnake bites. The issue is that it can cost like $100,000 to $200,000 that insurance may or may not cover, depending on how they feel if it should have been used or not. And so copperheads are one of those things where, boy, you just don't want to get bit because there's really not much out there to treat. We do give the anti-venom if it gets pretty bad. Most bites are either dry, mild, or moderate in venomation though, so usually you're going to be just fine. Instead, there's certain algorithms we use and tests we use to see how bad it is. We'll be watching the ER for quite some time. At the end of the day, all I know is you just don't want to get bit. We're one of the most prolific biters around this part of the country. So it's one thing where I've just trained myself to always be really, really careful where I'm walking in the woods near my house because they blend right in. Their defense is to not move because they're such well camouflaged animals. So you just don't see them. That means you step on them because you don't see them. That's when they get you. That's almost what happened to me. The last thing I wanted to do today was spend the entire day in the ER getting serial blood tests to see if they had a full systemic envenomation or whether it was a dry bite or not. At the end of the day, know what you're dealing with, and if you can, safely take a picture, because which kind of snake bit you is super important to us in the emergency department, because we really need to know what we're dealing with. Because if it was a rattlesnake, for example, time is of the essence. If it was a copperhead, we're going to hold off on the antivenom if you're looking okay enough to make sure it's something you actually need before we spend $250,000 giving you care that maybe you didn't actually need.